Hi everyone, it's Shelf Worthy with Gayle and Kristin. How are you all this week?
Hello.
I just read this really cool book. As everybody might know by now, I like police procedurals and legal thrillers. This book, Cut to the Bone by Ellison Cooper,
Oh,
is really good. Up to the
really?
last sentence, it has you going. And
Really?
I really, what I like about these kind of books, it takes place in Washington, D.C., and a little bit of political stuff going on. But Ellison Cooper is she is an anthropology PhD, um, holds a PhD in anthropology from UCLA, and has some archaeological, cultural neuroscience, ancient religion, colonialism, and human rights background as well. So it's wonderful mixture of different topics that she can kind of stir around. She's got this gift of writing, but it's a thriller. I don't know if it's a mystery, but it's thrilling, and it's like a who done it police procedural, and you think everything ties up nicely at the end, and then she zings you with the last sentence.
Oh, that sounds so good for my mystery book group. So I just wrote that down. We might do that when we do Washington, D.C. Although, does that count for a state?
Well,
Does it?
Delaware.
All right.
You might get by with that. I'm not sure. Define your term of state.
Yeah. That's good then.
Anyways, that was a very satisfying read, and we have more of her books, and she has a lot of them out there.
Is it a new book?
This particular one was in cataloged in, I don't think this one is new, but 2020, July 2020.
Oh,
Cut to the Bone.
wow. All right.
And then the other one, of course, is, as I said, it's fall. Last week, it's fall, and it's time to get into some chilly, eerie books. And Stephen King's new book,
And the title of that book, though. That's why I haven't even read it.
If It Bleeds.
I hate that title so much.
Okay, so well, hold on now. It's a series of 4 fairly short stories. You know how Stephen King can really go on and have a book,
Right.
800 pages or so. But this one is 4 separate little books. And it starts off really nice and sweet and kind of an interesting book. And then he throws in this little eeriness and creepiness into the first book. I've only gotten through maybe 3/4 of the first book, so I can't tell you much more about it, but it's been years since I've read Stephen King because I can't get through a whole book. It's too big for me, but this one sounded perfect. So if you're looking for something wonderfully written, a master at the craft of writing, and something along the lines of chilling and suspenseful. Yeah, go for the Stephen King, If It Bleeds.
Yeah.
How about you? What have you been doing?
Well, I am working on, I'm halfway through. It's kind of thick, but it's so good. This book is called Fresh Water for Flowers, written by Valerie Perrin. And apparently this was a runaway bestseller in France. So this has been translated to English. It's very good. And it's not really a cozy read, but it's sort of it's sort of a gentle book. It's really good. You can see why it was a runaway bestseller. It's about this woman who she's in her 50s and she lives this quiet life as a cemetery um, caretaker in a small town in the Burgundy region. And it just sort of is about the people who come and go from her life. She had a very rough childhood. And so they're sort of you know, some shadowing of that, but nothing graphic or anything of that nature. Just, you know, she married young, and about her husband who's, you know, not real useful to have around. But it's a lovely, lovely book. And the chapters are very short. They're almost like vignettes, just, you know, 1 or 2, 3 pages long. So it's a quick read. So even though it's thick and it's French, it's actually very readable, lovely, thought-provoking. It's quite a good book. So I highly recommend it. Fresh Water for Flowers.
Does anything like significant happen in it, or is it just like a,
Yes,
oh, okay,
yes.
okay. Not to give away too much
No,
about
that's
the
why I
plot.
can't give away it, right. But again, nothing graphic, but oh, you know, touching.
Oh,
Yeah. So
well, there you have it. You've got a very touching book and a very scary, eerie one.
yes.
We're going to have to meet up again and see how our books have ended and whether it really
I
did
know.
something for us.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a
So
good
maybe
point.
next week we'll do that. We'll see.
Yeah.
So that's it for this week.
Short week.
Short week, but we hope you all are enjoying your end of summer, beginning of fall, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.